Hey guys, thanks for checking out the video and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time checking in, I'm Dustin, and behind me is my 2004 LB7 DURAMAX. And we've also got a 2014 High Country here. And we've actually picked up another sponsor for our DURAMAX build. So we're going to get to that in just a second here. I'll preface this video with saying last week I only got one video out. I try for 2 a week, typically a Tuesday and a Thursday. I missed last week just due to being a little sick, a little under the weather, and had a lot of stuff going on last week. And we actually are in the process of doing something right now that's going to be a big change to our lives personally, not really affecting the channel, although it will affect the channel in some ways, in that we're going to have more room for growth on the channel. So I'm really excited about that. I got more information coming on that soon. It's too soon to say if it's a for sure deal or not, but stay tuned guys, because I'll keep you in the loop. Anyways, let's get on to the point of the video and our sponsor. It's right behind the tailgate here. So Auxbeam was kind enough to send us over a product to test out and put on the DURAMAX to complement the LED lighting that we've got on there and the headlight lenses. So let's go ahead and open up the box and see what it is. Alright, so I'm going to put these back. So it pulls up here. Bada bing, bada boom, there it is. So I'll set this stuff aside, but let's get to the meat and potatoes of it right here. So it comes very nicely packed here. Got that on both ends here. Slide this guy down and all the way off. So Auxbeam. So what Auxbeam has sent us is a light bar, and we're going to put this guy on the DURAMAX. You can see, looks like it's pretty good quality. I've never had one of these, but you can see it says in there Auxbeam, and I mean it's heavy. It's made of metal. You know, it looks really good. So let's go ahead and see what else is in the box. Looks like we got a wiring harness here, which I really like to see. We've got fuses in it, so this is quality stuff right here. You guys over here so it's a little easier to see. So we got the wiring harness, the light bar, information pamphlet there, cool Auxbeam sticker that looks reflective, looks like it'll show up at night. That looks pretty cool right there. And we've also got the mount instructions, so we can look through that, and I imagine what's in here is the mount. Let's take a look and see. Yep, sure enough, it is the mount right here. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is installing this light bar on the DURAMAX. You may be wondering where. Right now I'm kind of torn, one of two spots. So it's a 22-inch light bar is what they've sent me. Thinking either down here, not likely, but I'm thinking more so maybe behind the grill. One of these two spots. I'm going to try them both out and see how I like it. So I think we're going to start up here, see how I like it up here. And I'm just going to mount it behind the grill. That way it's kind of hidden, but I can still flip the switch and see how it looks. So that's what we're going to do, is kind of figure out the install of that today. It may deviate from the instructions a little bit, but instructions look pretty clear. It gives you different mounting options that you can do to mount it to your vehicle. So what I'm going to do is get started on this. So far I'm finding it's really easy to put together. Basically I've got this end done here. This end, basically you just take it where there's the hole there, line this guy up, and put the biggest bolt through there, and then start fastening it down. As you can see here. So we'll tighten this guy up. Not entirely tight, because what I want to be able to do is still rotate it. So I may have got this guy a little too tight, but if I tighten it just a smidge, I'll be able to rotate it, as you can see here, to get it where I want, and then I can tighten it up. So the next idea is to put your rubber pads down, just like so. So I'm going to do that. Install this guy through here. Put our nut on and tighten it down. So assembly of the bar is pretty easy, as you saw here. So what I'm seeing in the directions is basically you have, and it's kind of small, hard to see on camera here, but you'd have a mount that you would actually put on the top of the cab of the vehicle there, and then these would just fasten right into it. But I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to see if we can engineer something to where we can temporarily put it behind the grill. And it looks like we're going to have to take this guy out here. So all you do is pop these little bits of trim here, pop these little retaining pins here, and then pull it out. Okay guys, with some basic hand tools you can see here, and the top trim piece gone, the fan shroud, I've got it roughed in at the moment. So I don't actually have the light mounted at this point. I'm going to have to come up with a mounting solution since this is where I want it. I might be able to drill through the top of the bumper here and secure it okay, I'm thinking. So I may end up doing that. But it is at least sitting in there now. I've got the wiring roughed in. So basically with the wiring, it comes with the power and the neutral here, which basically you just crimp down once you put the wires in there, and then slide the boot covers over, which are very nice and handy. They work great. You rough in your wiring where you want it to go. I've put it on this battery, so you can see positive to positive, negative to negative. And then you can kind of tuck all this wiring in, which I haven't done yet, to kind of hide it and zip tie it up, make it look clean. Then I'm going to have to run this into the cab. So you can see it comes with a neat little on-off switch, and you can see it's got red for off. When you push it, it turns green for on. So you can see it's very, very bright. Looks very good. We'll go ahead and see if I can get the switch inside the truck for now, and then I may call it a night. Alright, well I've got her unofficially in. Once again, it's still kind of roughed in at this point. So, like I had mentioned to you guys just a second ago, I don't have it actually mounted anywhere in here. It's just sitting in there, so I need to find a solution for that. Like I say, maybe drilling through the bottom here, getting a little bite there might work. But I like where it's sitting in there. It's got clearance. It's all mounted up here. I need to kind of wind the cables up, that way they're out of the way and don't look crappy. So I need to do that at some point. And then I've actually run it down on the side here, come out through the splash guard, which once again I'm going to zip tie this up, get it nice and up tucked in there. Try to make it look as factory as I can, but it's just roughed in right now. Runs through here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see from right here, but it comes through the cab right here. There's a little rubber boot that you can push up and through. So then once you do that, you can pull up this trim piece, pull up the carpet, and I've got mine just run up through here, and I still need to zip tie it in. So I just ran it up here under my trailer brake for right now. So you can see I've got my toggle switch, which works great. So I'm going to leave it there for now, but I definitely need to zip tie this up, make it more secure, factory looking. But let's go ahead and test her out now. Turn the light on. As you can see, we got our light bar installed. I think it looks pretty good. And then even when it's turned off, we'll go hit the switch real quick. See, it stays red. Hopefully it doesn't drain the battery or anything too bad. As you can see, if we come around front here, you really don't see it. The grill hides it pretty well. I mean, it's obvious once you get up on there, but if you're back from a distance, it really doesn't look bad. So let's go ahead and hit it with the headlights now. But of course, it's not really dark outside right now. You can see we got the cicada and bugs and everything else, tree frogs making noise. But I would definitely, this isn't the end of the video. I'm going to show you guys how I end up mounting it, even if it's temporary with zip ties or something. I do kind of want to show that off and kind of show it off-road too. We'll take it down a dirt road. As you can see, there's a good amount of light up here. So if you got an off-road vehicle, or, you know, like a hunting rig or something like that, this is pretty cool, guys. I like it so far. So what I'm going to do is we'll kill the lights for now. We'll come back another day, and which you'll see right here in this video. We'll get that mounted in there securely, get the wiring looking right. The little red LED does stay on all the time. So far, I haven't really had any issues. This truck sits, you know, 2 or 3 days at a time without getting started, and it has not killed the battery. If you push it, turns it on, green light. I'll get you guys some night shots too so you guys can see it. As you can see it behind the grill, it is nice and bright, that's for sure, but not noticeable whenever it's turned off, which I really like. And so you guys may be wondering about my mounting solution, and that's partially why I haven't put the plastic cover back on here. What I ended up doing is taking the grill out, which is super easy. There's a clip here, 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 and then one on each side of the headlight housing. Literally, you just squeeze those in, grill comes out. But basically what I did, and I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see down in here, but I drilled into this top bumper cap. I just made sure I was equal distance on each side of the middle here, so basically 11, 12 inches out on this side, about 12 inches on this side as well. And then basically I just took a drill bit, drilled through my top bumper cap. As you can see here, it moves whenever I wiggle it. And I found me a washer to put on the bottom side of it. That way I could put the bolt in earlier that you guys saw. So there's a washer on the bottom to keep the bumper cap from splitting. I think it's far enough in from the side that it won't bust or anything. And so far I've driven it around a little bit. Haven't had any real issues yet. It's not 100% secure in there. I mean, it can't go anywhere, as you can see, but it can only move as much as the bumper cap can move. But I didn't have to buy anything. I didn't have to buy a bracket. To me, it looks good. If I ever decide to move it, I don't really care that there's going to be two little holes where the bolts are on each side in here, because you know, you can't really see it unless you take the grill off. And this bumper cap's not in the best shape anyway. It's got a little nick here you can see, and a few things here. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with where I landed on it. What I'd like to do is get a rolling shot of the truck with the light bar on, LED headlights, and LED fog lights. I think it's going to look really, really good. Oh, I got us a nice big bug in here too. Ooh, he's crispy. He cooked up. Alright guys, thanks for checking out today's video. Also, big thanks to Auxbeam for sending out the light bar. Looks really good on the truck. Thanks for sponsoring our build here. And if you guys want a light bar identical to this one, I'm going to leave you a link down below to this exact light bar on Amazon so you guys can go check it out. So far, it gets a very positive rating from me, and I think it's going to be great. And I think it's going to be great for future use, because this truck does see a lot of off-road use, so for nighttime, this is going to be perfect. Guys, until the next video, take care.